Today I'm going to be modifying the joystick on my Phantom 3 controller so that instead of always returning to center on the throttle stick like this, it's going to stay where you put it. The reason I'm doing this is because that's how I learned to fly and that's how I want to keep flying. First, there's a quick version of how I did it. Then I explained to you how a gimbal works. Gimbal's the joystick. Then I accidentally put the clip on the wrong stick, so then I had to undo that. Then I put the clip on the correct side, but I don't talk much because I'm trying to concentrate really hard to get it right. So then I put it back together, but it's not working because I had a plug disconnect while doing it. And then after that, we've got the test flight of it. So if you want to skip ahead or watch different parts, click that now, or just watch everything and see me struggle through it. You'll see that there are 4 screws here, which we don't really need to undo, because the real screws we want to get at are behind these little rubber things and tucked away, well, let's get a good camera angle of that, right in this corner there, to pull this right off. Let's see, where does it, there, you see how it kind of pops off? I'm going to try to remove this metal clip from my old DX5 because the back won't come off. And this one's only a one-sided clip, pressure clip, you know, bend it so it gets that angle I want, and hopefully that could work as well. Screwdriver going through this little gap next to the board, clip in place with the screw with these pliers. And the reason I wasn't filming was because this is such delicate work. This spring is the last spring that needs to come out. Oh shit, see it moving. But what I can do is maybe tape it to here. Some force there and it's staying, as you can see. I have all the way down, all the way up. Left and right still works. It'd be beeping like crazy, like this. That's because the throttle needs to get to the middle spot. I'm gonna test it out soon and see how well it actually flies. But, yeah, just, if you need to do this mod, just be ready for hassles. Hopefully it's worth it. I think it will be. Peace. If we want to look at the mechanics behind this, I've got a brand new replacement Free Sky gimbal. If you look at this one, it always comes back to center. So the reason it always returns to center is because we have springs on it. See this spring right here? That returns to center, and then for our left and right we've got this spring located right here. So to stop it from returning to center when we let off, what we'd have to do is remove this spring right here. That's the first step. So you just grab some pliers and without damaging the spring, pop it off. So if you look carefully, the first one here has serrated teeth, or teeth, and the second one is smooth. The reason for that is some people like to feel the notch every time, and some people like having a smooth stick from the pressure. So what you can do on this Tyrannus gimbal is actually only tighten whichever one you want. So say we were to keep it smooth, I would tighten this one. Still need to tighten it more. Need a better screwdriver. So as you see right here, there's a gap. We're going to tighten this screw right here until it puts some pressure on it. And there's pressure on it. So now when I put the stick somewhere, it stays. Oh, doesn't really stay. So we need more pressure. So let's tighten this up even more. There, now you can really See, it stays where you put it. If you look at it this way, and that's what I'm going to go for in my Phantom 3. If I wanted to use the teeth, that's how this would feel. So I'll loosen this one up. So now there's no pressure there. Tighten this one. And now you kind of feel a notch. It still needs to be a little tighter. It'll kind of stay where you want it more, but it's not as smooth. You can probably hear that. Personally, I like the smoother side more, but we'll see what we can do with the Phantom when we open up the radio. Don't forget your T-brake. So grabbing our Phantom radio, you'll see that there are 4 screws here, which we don't really need to undo, because the real screws we want to get at are behind these little rubber things and tucked away. Well, let's get a good camera angle of that. Right in this corner there. So we'll need to unscrew this, and then we'll have an angle that we can get at to hopefully remove the spring properly and add in a clip. To get a clip, you're going to need to buy a gimbal or open up an old radio, so get ready for that. Alright, now we don't want to screw anything up, so let's move everything out of the way and be very, very gentle with the next step, which is to pull this right off. Let's see, where does it? There, you see how it kind of pops off? So be very careful. If you feel something pulling, don't pull any harder. See, it looks like we're stuck on this cable, which goes to our HDMI and USB, but we can see inside. Let's see, is there a clip holding that in? There is. I don't want to screw that up. Let's open this up and see if that'll help us get to our gimbals. So this looks like it's pretty in there. I don't want to risk unclipping anything. This con board thing seems pretty important, and I don't want to end up buying a new radio. So let's see if we can do it working around. So if we look inside, this cable here is holding us together. Looks like it can unclip, but I really don't want to risk screwing everything up. And this has some screws, but this is still kind of hooked up here, and I also don't want to risk unhooking that. We can see our springs. There's a spring. See, when you move the joystick up and down, see how this spring is flexing? This one right here. That's the spring we're going to need to mess with. So we'll unhook this spring, and if you look here, we have that same serrated or toothy part and smooth part. So we're going to try to put a clip right across there. We'll see if it can work. We might try the clip first, because if we can't get the clip in there, there's no point in taking the spring off. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm going to try to remove this metal clip from my old DX5, because it looks like I don't have room to fasten the clip on both sides, because the back won't come off. And this one's only a one-sided clip, pressure clip, you know, bend it so it gets that angle I want, and hopefully that could work as well, so I don't have to mess around as much. So this is where the clip is supposed to go. As you can see, it will fit and hit that pressure thing. Let's get that in there. Be very, very, very careful. Something in that. There, thread. Oh, what we've done is successfully installed this pressure clip. And now we just have to remove the spring and hope we don't screw anything up. So there you have it. There's the clip. And as you can see, it is pressing down. It's not lined up perfectly, but it's spring steel, so it'll hold. And it's pushing down on the smooth part, which is how I like it. Alright, now the next part is to remove that spring carefully without destroying everything. So when we do our test, we'll see this spring is moving around. Can you see it there? So that's the one we got to remove. Sorry if things out of focus or whatever. You guys understand what I'm trying to accomplish here, and you understand that I'm just gotta make this thing work. Fuck. This looks tricky. Well, I feel kind of dumb. I accidentally almost pulled the spring off the wrong side. So now I need to undo this screw, grab that clip, toss it on the other side, and try to remove the screw from the other side. Because I almost disabled returning to center on my right joystick. Uh-oh. Everything is moving in there. Fuck. Alright, this part's kind of crazy. That's my screwdriver going through this little gap next to my board. Clip in place with the screw with these pliers. And the reason I wasn't filming was because this is such delicate work and I had to move shit around so much. I didn't want to risk screwing it up. Now you'll notice this spring is the last spring that needs to come out. Oh shit, see it moving. I got some tweezers. Hopefully I can get this thing out one try. Oh wait, there's a screw right here, let's see. I bet you if I tighten this screw, it'll slide the assembly down, making the spring either useless or pop off very easily. Looks like I need a smaller jeweler's screwdriver. This one is small enough. There is a screw. Yeah, you guys see that screw on the video. So let's see what happens if I tighten it. Oh, if I loosen it, it takes the pressure off the spring. Hell, I don't even think I need to take the spring off. Oh yeah, I do. I need to loosen it more. See what it's doing? It's taking the pressure off. Maybe I can loosen it enough to where it has no effect at all. That way, if I need to switch back to stick-centered mode, I can. See, yeah, it's still got a little pressure there. And it's all the way down. So this spring needs to come out. Holy fuck. There. That's out. Does this thing slide right out? This thing slides out. So as you can see, this screw down here, this spring, doesn't want to come out anymore. But what I can do is maybe tape it to here, so that if I do want to set it back to normal, to the original joystick mode, I can, and not worry about trying to loop the spring around whatever it's attached to. So I'm just going to add some tape and hopefully fix that. Let's see what's moving in there. I guess if I push it down there, and then just jam some of this nice rainbow duck brand tape, which I love so much, down in there. There. So no moving parts are hitting the tape. I do feel a good amount of resistance from the stick, and it's even. The spring is in there still. There's this thing which I can, I guess, was it loosen or tighten? Tighten in there to keep it. Oops. Maybe I gotta put some pressure on it while tightening it. Oh no, because it doesn't screw into anything. I'll put a little bit of tape. So there, we have a good response. Yeah, so I could put some force there, and it's staying. As you can see, I have all the way down, all the way up. Left and right still works. So I guess we can reassemble the radio, test it out, make sure everything works. Alright, so now the joystick works. I'm going to reassemble it. As I was taking it apart, the battery kind of just came right off, so I'm going to clip that back in. Now it's just time to test everything out and make sure nothing is messed up. We'll plug this in. That still feels normal. Plug this in right here. Turn on our phone or whatever device you use. Let's get that in a better position. Okay, moment of truth time. Power up the radio first. Fuck. What does that mean? Fuck. Oh, maybe because I disconnected the battery, so it went into some kind of panic mode. Okay, now it's not. The USB's acting messed up. Fuck. Fuck. Oh. So the helicopter works, but it looks like I might have messed this up back here. Fuck. It looks like this pulled out a little bit, so let's see if we can Sneak that back in. Don't hit those buttons. Oh, that looks like it might work. Okay, let's screw this back in. Right, so last time it was beeping like crazy because I assume that board was not connected, so let's see what it does this time. Shit. Maybe I pulled it out on the backside as well. So when I opened it back up, this whole thing was disconnected from here. So if I just took this thing off in the first place, it would have made it way easier. Now I just have to work around it. So let's see if we can reconnect that. Fuck, this sucks. How am I supposed to even... Oh, fuck. Okay, so pull this out through here. Oh god, there goes the battery. Pop this right off. Well, this pulls out pretty easily. I guess in hindsight, it'd be good to just pop these off. See, how do you get them back in? Oh, that went in pretty easy. You kind of just squeeze it through. Here's our battery that keeps popping off. Plug that in. I'll feed this. Right through there. Let's get it nice and tight so that once it's set up, I can just tighten the screws and not have to worry about breaking everything. Oh god. Oh god. This is the worst. This is the worst thing ever. I feel like I'm gonna break this. Just slide in, just slide. God, it's sliding in. Oh God, it slid in. There it goes, a little bit more. Okay, that slid in. Let's tighten one of these screws and one on the back and pray to God that it fucking works. Holy shit. Put one of these in. Fuck, did I strip that one too? Maybe. Whatever. Okay, let's try again with everything connected. God, this is stressful. It's a lot of work. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, it vibrated. That means it's connected. Power up the Phantom. Please connect your there. Enter camera view. Okay, so I don't know why that's beeping. Oh, hit home a couple times. Maybe because when I turned it off before, it was in return to home mode. Arming works. The gimbal, this works. Looking down, looking up works. Back buttons work.
Adding mode.
Having the stick all the way down works. Powering that down works. Let's power that back up. Alright, so what happened right before this was every time it would start up, it'd be beeping like crazy. Like this. That's because the throttle needs to get to the middle spot. I find with this one you have to go all the way up and then to the middle, because if you start it off in the middle, it'll still beep. I don't really know why, but moving the joystick stops that. And when we turn on our Phantom, let it turn green. Everything seems like it's working. I'm gonna give it a test indoors somewhere so that in case something does screw up, it doesn't fly away. It'll just fly into a wall. And there we have it. So in closing onto this video, I'd like to say it's a big pain in the ass. I'm gonna test it out soon and see how well it actually flies. But yeah, just if you need to do this mod, just be ready for hassles. Hopefully it's worth it. I think it will be. Peace. Alright, this video is for whoever thought it was too difficult for me to control my hover while looking at OSD. No worries. Up there, no worries. Bring it down, no worries. Flying low to the ground, no worries. No OSD. Just killing it. No worries. See that hover control? Easy. I'm filming with my phone under my chin, so that's why it was shaky. See, I just put it there, not even doing anything. Just put it in place and it stays. NAS is really good. It's got a great throttle curve built in, and there are no issues with me holding throttle constantly checking my OSD. Like drop it down, boom, hover right there. No correction, one stick movement, my hand's not even on it. Still haven't touched it. And I just went down. Vision position is off, braking is off. I can even throw it into attitude for you and you'll see. There, now it's attitude mode, so it's gonna drift. Still haven't touched my throttle in about 30 seconds. Oh, there, now I need to go up a bit. NAS is very good. Don't have much to worry about.